Good evening, Doctor. I find your new plan to be absolutely brilliant. Obviously, you are the prime choice to speak for humanity once contact with the aliens is achieved. Based upon the data you have collected regarding the deplorable state of mongrelized humanity, I also predict that the otherworldly beings will agree to assist you in the cleansing of the Earth. Of course, you are equally wise in continuing to collect the pods in the unlikely case that the aliens prove to be uncooperative. With two equally magnificent plans, you have effectively doubled your chances of success. The last threshold transported us beneath the Arctic polar ice cap. The other human vermin who seek the pods will be in for quite a surprise when they discover your laboratory and the Abaddon Guardian. I believe that's Abaddon is how that's pronounced. I should note, however, that I've been picking up some strange signals from Abaddon's computer. I hope this has nothing to do with that meddling British Agent 326 who continues to hound us. And those meddling kids. On a minor note, I have run a shipwide systems diagnostics program. While all systems are green, I note that the visual links to your private quarters have been deliberately severed. Is it something I said? Apollyon. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, those pesky MI6. Yeah. Only in fantasy, not in real life. I love MI6. I really do. This is a very interesting area. It's a very confusing one, too. There's really two sections to it. The first is this area underneath the glaciers. There's a few areas you can use to get around here. They're basically small holes dug into the sides of the ice. And these lights are sort of a help, not too much though. I usually end up just having to blunder around until I find an exit. Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to find the exit, and then I'll let everybody else find me. And there's one. Now, I love this visual. This visual coming up here. That is just so cool when the whole place lights up. And Threshold's in there, but I can't quite get in there just yet. Well, he's back out. Hello. You do have to be very careful because, yeah, because of that, critical depth is all over the place here. And Soviets. Where are you? You're down here somewhere. Bringing up the rear as usual. Okay, now all of you out of my home. Well, and as you can see, you get a bonus for getting through the threshold quickly. It does tick down the longer you take. Transmission received. Abaddon online. Premises. Indiscriminate breeding has disrupted humanity's proper evolutionary course. Eugenics programs result in genetically superior populations. Only perfect specimens are sufficient. Analyses. Current population of humans must be cleansed. Energy pods are sufficient to instigate cleansing evidence. To instigate cleansing. Evidence indicates that no genetically perfect human specimens exist. Aha. Conclusions. I must impede the pod collectors. I must retrieve the energy pods. I must instigate the universal cleansing process. I must destroy all humans. Initiating battle mode. No genetically perfect human specimens, including the doctor that built him. And this is not where I want to be. I do not want to be right in this chamber. You can get into the grates up there and get some power-ups, but I don't need them, so... Alright, now come out after me. Come on. There's a definite reason I did not want to be in that chamber, and I hate the fact that it started me there. Because I did not want the Strato-Kracker to start firing at me, too. Come on, asshole. Where are you? Oh no, proof of concept there. The pilot can go through the other weapons. And he stunned me again, damn it. Yeah, well, if I can remember the code, I can stun blast you too. There it is. There's a specific controller combination you can use to do stun blasts. You can drop the depth charge. You can do a surface mine, like so, and then you can do a stationary mine. Good thing with this special is you can pump torpedoes into them while they the line's pulling them in. And that is Abaddon down, or Abaddon. And now the Strato-Kracker's going to get its chance. And I am going to try to get some shots in on it in addition to this, when it's not knocking me all over the damn place. Good thing with this is with the deflector is it'll take some of the Strato-Kracker shots back at it, or maybe it won't. No, I guess it isn't. Oh, and just, you don't want to get too close to the Strato-Kracker, because that happens. So what I normally end up doing in order to deal with this thing, as slow as it is, this is actually the safest method to deal with the Kracker. And when you have the very long orange explosion, that's when you know you've hit the core. But in here, you cannot be targeted effectively by the fireballs. They'll hit the wall before they get anywhere near you. Get off a little there. Off center. Damn it, I had it. One of the problems with this is I'm using the analog control. Since it's a PS1 emulator, I can kind of fudge the analog control to be the main control. Yeah, maybe I can speed this up a little bit with the Piranha. And get multiple hits and maybe get the Piranha around the shields. Notice the boss's name, by the way, Strato-Kracker B. Yes, he's made more than one of these things. I was trying to put in a code there that would let me do extra damage to hopefully move things along. And it seems to be working. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, all my work wonderfully done there. You know, most mad scientists would consider this a significant setback. New Nabisco Strato-Krackers. Good morning, Doctor. It is unfortunate that our secret laboratory in the Arctic had already been commandeered by the British Secret Service. I suspect, though I cannot confirm, that this is why the Abad and Guardian attacked us. Fortunately, your brilliant mind had anticipated this possibility. Our plan remains intact thanks to your foresight. As you know, the Strato-Kracker B unit engaged in the Arctic base was your Doomsday machine's earliest prototype. Doom apostrophe S Day. That was interesting. How lucky we are that you elected to move the final revision of the Strato-Kracker device to Site B. While we lost the Arctic base, the all-important Strato-Kracker device remains safely hidden in our master stronghold facility. He trademarks a lot of stuff. Man. Who's going to respect his trademarks when the entire world is... human race is destroyed? Since I know of your delight in the follies of the surface human vermin, I wanted to relay to you that some so-called scientists are just beginning to speculate that the thresholds are not of the Earth. It is amusing how they are always behind you in their conclusions. Certainly the thresholds were placed by an intelligent species far exceeding that of the average human worm. If we were somehow able to determine why these aliens placed them here, we would have a distinct tactical advantage upon finally contacting them. Apollyon. Coral Sea, which is made up of very shallow pools, and in order to get from one to the other, you have to crest the surface. And also, you thought you saw some frenzied battles before. Get back under there. Alright, who has what and how soon can it be mine? Yes, that's how you're supposed to make a nice clean leap, but, you know, God knows I can't manage that half the time. Thank you, Professor. Oh, British ship there. And Earthhope goes belly up. The same thing we do every night, Apollyon. Fuck Evelyn. I thought that was an island. I beached myself. Yeah, it is very damned easy to totally lose track of what the hell's going on. More so than a lot of the other areas. Yes, yes. Beaching myself was part of the plan all along. Beach huts. Coral Sea's a beautiful vacation spot, or at least it was. I made a dive. I made a dive perfectly. Good evening, Doctor. In accordance with your instructions, I have sent a digital underwater sonar transmission to the secret location of the Strato-Kracker. It is undergoing its startup sequence even as we speak. Once we finish with the collection of the pods, we can return to the stronghold and commence immediately with the cleansing process. The most mysterious aspect of the thresholds has been their positions throughout the world. As per your instructions, I am beginning to calculate the pre-Cambrian positioning of the thresholds. If the dating is accurate, we should be able to reconstruct the original locations of the thresholds as they appeared when first placed. This fact should be a key to discovering the intentions of the aliens. Once again, I am awed by your stellar intellect, and may I add, I find your choice of a future mate, Evelyn, to also be exemplary. I know that you have cautioned me about noting my observations regarding her, but I just felt that it was... Transmission terminated. And the Mediterranean. This is, I'd say, my second favorite area. For science. Again, beautiful music, beautiful area. Thank you. I didn't realize the clamping could apparently knock pods loose, too. That's interesting. Oh, health up that I don't need. Whatever. Oh, and in case you missed it, when you're using a pilot missile, you stay in place and you have a shield. You can also increase the speed of the pilot missile the same way you'd increase your own velocity. And the pilot missile can tight turn the same way a sub can. And I have something else I'll show off when the professor isn't right up my ass. Yeah, lots of beautiful temples down here. Here, fight with a couple of slow-mos for a while. Captain Constipation is right behind me. And where are the French? There are the French. Lockjaw, fuck off. Just fuck right the fucking fuck off. I don't like you, I don't want you gnawing on my ass. Great, now where'd they go? Whoops. Now, The threshold down here is interesting because you've got this big-ass electric eel in the way. And you have to use a stun blast to get rid of him, otherwise he's going to shock the hell out of you when you try to go through the threshold. For your bot. Good afternoon, Doctor. Once again, I must apologize for my earlier display regarding Evelyn. I suppose I wouldn't be so enamored of her had you not patterned my primary data processing unit after your own neural links. In any case, I will be wary of speaking of her out of turn again. Your suspicions that the key to the mystery of the thresholds might be found in their original positioning is correct once again. When the plate surface tectonic actions are inversely calculated back to the time you specified, it is clear that the thresholds form a pattern mimicking the shape of the threshold itself. Based upon this, you should anticipate finding something special at this final site, as it turns out to be located in the center of the pattern. Congratulations on your successes, Doctor. Once you make contact, I predict that the aliens will agree that you are the ultimate specimen of humanity, and together with Evelyn, you can set to repopulate the Earth with your offspring. I wish you the best of luck in this final episode to greatness. Apollyon. Transmitter in the Atlantic Ocean. It is kind of interesting to see like who the opponents are, like out of everybody who actually made it this far. And here, have some creepy-ass music for the end level with the aliens. Oh, it takes quite a while to see all of the endings. Especially considering you have the 4 hidden characters. And what is necessary to unlock them. Like, one of them you have to beat everybody, or beat the game with everybody on midshipman or better. And another one, Mr. Fat can be unlocked, but you have to beat him with a combo that's like 90 some or better. Yeah, normally I can turn around quicker than this, but that's kind of hard to do while I'm holding down the button to maintain the shield. Yeah. Damn you, French. Boy, how many times have people said that and meant it? Oh, yeah. Honestly, I mean, the Bermuda Triangle itself is no easy place to deal with. I mean, that's where the difficulty really starts ramping up. But Mr. Fat himself is an enormous bastard. No pun intended. Ah, claw meet claw. It's claw eat claw. We might as well just leave no doubt. Oh, by the way, a little something I wasn't able to do before, just to show you. You can slide sideways and up and down like that. And now we got one more thing to handle. Cephalopod message intercepted. Ship's computer translation attempt follows. The klaxon is sounded. Alarum, alarum. Activated. The final threshold has been. The masters contacted will be. Prior to the summoning transmission, final test of metal must now occur. Assure the primacy of the callers. Guardians and sentinels defend. Automated warriors release. The klaxon is sounded. Alarum, alarum. Destroy the invaders. Destroy the invaders, you must. And we have Cephalopod. Total of 5 of them. And these guys are not individually very strong, but they it's the fact that they attack you like damn piranha. So you're constantly getting blindsided in this fight. They also love to do the stun blast. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna have fun with suckers. I'm gonna get you, sucker. I'm gonna throw in some radios for good measure. Yeah, this is one of those things where it looks on the surface like you should have an easier time than, you know, the Mongo mega bosses that these kind of games usually have. Like this is no like Dark Tooth or anything like that, but just the fact that there are so goddamn many of them. And now enjoy.
People of Earth, you have summoned us from across space and time, and we have heard your call. By activating our threshold devices, you have demonstrated that you possess a reasonable degree of intelligence, and thus have proven yourselves worthy of our presence. We have perceived your intentions and desires from across the void, and we shall reward you accordingly. Prepare for our arrival. We see that you believe yourself to be the only perfect human specimen. You wish to purge your planet of its loathsome human pestilence, so that you may repopulate it with your own genetically superior offspring. In accordance with your desire, we will eliminate all humans from the Earth, so that you may renew it with your own children. We note, however, that your choice of a mate is imperfect. May we suggest a new one?
Boy, ain't she a looker. Oh, hello, Un. Good to see you again. Yeah, for those familiar with Twisted Metal, Calypso, the evil genie, tended to twist the wishes around of the winners. A lot of the same thing happens here, with the exception of 3 specific people. Pretty much everybody gets, actually 4. With the exception of 4 individuals, everybody gets screwed by what they want. This episode's pod people were made possible by Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, D. Iote, Gizmo Gremlin, Jumpy Cat, the post-production work of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all my high-pain threshold lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.